global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Right now as we speak, there's a lot of grumblings going on in political camps in Rivers State. And don't forget that some few days back, the president himself presented a budget for Rivers State on behalf of Ibas Ette, retired, who happened to be the sole administrator. One would say unofficially, Rivers State is now a federal government state. Permit me to use those words. But while they are still trying to, defend that budget via Ibas Ette. Okay, some few hours ago, the political camps in Rivers State have started grumbling over the reversed budget. We're going to give you full details on that. You're going to see a video to that effect as Ibas Ette, tries to defend a newly reversed budget. Will allow you to decipher and decide what you make of this latest development that is going on within the budget. Now, don't forget that at the beginning, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself presented a 1.4 trillion naira budget on behalf of Rivers State. Rivers State is a pet project right now. But when Ibas Ette was to defend that budget, to the amazement of Rivers people, particularly the Simplified Movement camp, they discovered that Ibas Ette is defending 1.848 trillion naira as against 1.43 trillion naira that was presented by the presidency himself. And there was an increment of over 365 billion naira increased to that budget. Well, when they asked Ibas Ette, he said, well, actually, that he discovered that there are a lot of informations that they were not giving to him when he tried, the building up and preparing the budget. But he now discovered that the estimated revenue as at May that they were expecting was supposed to be 383 billion naira. But it is actually 415 billion naira more. And hence, he decided to, increase the budget to 1.848 trillion. But one of the unique things about this budget presentation and budget defense is the fact that Senator Bamidele himself seemed to be, helping Ibas Ette to help him defend the budget, helping him to give him reasons why there was an upward review to the budget. Don't take my word for it. Let's watch the brief moments that took place during the budget defense of Rivers State. We'll be back.
After receipt of the additional information on the first quarter expenditure, the reviewed projected expenditure for 2025 is 1.846 trillion naira. However, the budget proposal presents an integrated framework to strengthen revenue mobilization, accelerate infrastructure delivery, enhance human capital, and promote inclusive economic growth.
They had increased it by some 15% or so based on project. Our committee also notes with satisfaction the fact that over 70% of this budget, as proposed, is going into capital expenditure.
All right, welcome back. You've heard what Ibas Ette, the sole administrator, has said. You also heard what Senator Bamidele said. He gave the excuse why there was an increment for the good of the Rivers people. And here is Simplified Movement, one of the media persons, screaming and shouting, Rivers money. Oh, Rivers money. My colleague is in the house. What's your take on the fact that Rivers State now is a federal government state? It's a federal state. Other states are sovereign. Rivers is now a federal government state. And the fact that even the RSHA, that's Rivers State House of Assembly, seem to be very quiet and mum. They're not saying a word. And I noticed also that Yeso Wike is no longer shouting Inyendeba in Rivers State. He's no longer coming every Friday to make speeches, to make campaign, carnival, and travel back on Sunday or Monday morning. What's your take?
Well, I think that everything has balanced itself, because if the reason why I was screaming and shouting and saying whatever I was saying finally I've gotten what I wanted via another source, why? What should be the reason for my screaming and shouting again? And this issue of Bamidele picking up the responsibility of analyzing why there is an now offshoot in the increment and all of that. No, I mean, these things are already there. We've seen it before. It's been recurring as often as possible. And Nigerians have talked about it. The former president, I think, repeatedly spoke about the issue of padding of budget and all of those. They have never accepted it, but it's something that is structured into the legislative system. It's unwritten, but then it's always there. And that's the same thing that the State House wanted. That's the State House of Assembly wanted. On one occasion, when that issue of budget presentation was brought up, the reason why they would not honor it is because, according to the normal terms and conditions, the governor must have a very close proximity, or proximity with the Speaker of the House, so that the normal lobbying would take place. It's like every year, it's as though you are taking your girlfriend for a trip, just to make her pacify, so that she will be delivering her duties and announcements. So if you don't pacify them, those things will not happen. So that's what we are seeing. And unfortunately, all the crying babies of Rivers, if you notice, all of them they are now quiet, which means possibly breast has been pushed into their mouth. So they are taking their milk, and for that reason, peace has come to stay. Have you seen anybody at the topmost level bothering themselves again? Nobody's bothering himself. Nobody is saying, what kind of thing is this and all of it. Why? Because the crying baby has been given suckle. So that's the situation of things, unfortunately. But I think that that is why Nigerians need to wake up when it comes to 2027. At all quarters.
Budget, with due respect, can budget padding ever cease, no matter how Nigeria becomes great?
Unfortunately, it's something that cannot be exterminated. That's what I think. It cannot be exterminated. And another thing is, as far as you carry your palm front to the market square, everybody will help you to sew it. It's a normal balance whenever you show that you cannot handle your thing. But I mean, on the losing side, let's tell ourselves the truth. On the losing, because ever since this guy came on board, this is making 3 months, we've not seen any project completed.
Not one project has he even done.
You understand? So all those monies, you hear them talk about capital project and all of that. Where are all those monies going to? Now, I can assure you that if Fubara does not accept the terms and conditions spelled out in whatever agreement that they will write, Rivers State will be in that situation. And I feel also that the Rivers State people should wake up, and Nigerians should let these guys understand that they are our employee, and let there be a payback time, because there's a time that the contract will be, resigned again. That is the time renewal of the contract, and it will come during the elections. No matter what they blab that time, take your stand, because the truth is that there is no politician that is bigger than anybody on earth. They're as normal as. So that's just it.
Well, all right, you've said quite a lot. I just hope that the Rivers people would hear this advice, take it, and do the needful. Apparently, their state now is a baby state, a baby project, and the federal government state is no longer sovereign. It's a subset and sub-states to the president, sub-states to Nigeria, while others are having some level of independence. Rivers seem to be a baby into the state government, to the federal government. That's going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our comments.